Good morning, and may the 4th be with you. It is May 4th, and it's a chilly morning, but a beautiful one, and there's just no humidity. I'm walking along this really pretty ridgeline. I hike about 24 miles today into Wind Gap, which is a little town, and there's a hotel or motel, the Gateway, that allows people to camp on the property. So for $5, and you can take a shower for 12 and do laundry for 5. So that's what we're gonna do, because camping is kind of sparse in this area and water is even more scarce. So I got to fill up here in about 2 miles at the next shelter, and that's got to carry me through pretty much the day. So it'll be a heavy water carry for sure. Probably at least 3 liters, maybe. Yeah, I won't start with a gallon, probably 3 liters. So there are options to get it off trail, but they're like 0.4 and 0.6 one way, so doubling that makes for a long day, even longer. One more day till we get to Delaware Water Gap, where I have a car rental waiting, and I'll head home. So it'll be weird to be off trail for 5 days, but also good. My dad should hopefully find out about some appointments today with oncology and urology to get going, kicking the crap out of this cancer, because he's a strong man and I know he can do that and withstand whatever treatments they want to throw his way. So thinking of him this morning. So this is the George Outer Bridge shelter. Really old, it looks like. It actually is not bad inside though. I should have done this when I was up here. It's pretty clean and a lot more room than I would expect. So it's deceptively janky looking on the outside, but it's not bad. Even toilet paper, but no privy. And bear activity apparently is high here in 2023. Probably all the time if people aren't careful. But I'm on the hunt for water. It's actually a really clever water source, because yes, it is definitely trickling out of this little pipe built into the embankment, but there's this little barrel of sorts, almost looks like a little mini keg or something, that is acting as a cistern. So here's a little hack if you don't know it. If you use a Sawyer water filter, the bags used to be not so great. They were very prone to bursting when you were squeezing through the filter. But so I've got an old bag here, but I cut it in half. I think the bags have gotten better, so I do carry another Sawyer bag in addition to my Canuck as a backup, but you can open it, and then it provides a little scoop for water. So then I've got this water, because to put my Canuck under that source would take forever. So now I can just put this in my Canuck bag and filter it through that. So apparently there used to be a chain bridge here that was here for, I think it's that sign said to the 1950s, I've already forgotten. But now it is just a regular old bridge. And I'm glad that they have a pedestrian path across it. Looks like they've got a greenway down there. Wish they had a Coke machine or even a trash can, because I have so much trash and I forgot to throw it out at the restaurant yesterday like a ding dong. Look at Pennsylvania showing off with all those rocks. And this is the Lehigh River that this bridge spans. A couple of geese checking me out. And I now know what earworm song I'll have in my mind all day. Every day I've got a new song in my head based on something that happens. So at least I like Billy Joel. That is the bridge I just walked across. Thought maybe I'd see Untouchable. but he's probably still asleep. It's only 9 o'clock. He gets a late start. I know he watches movies and TV in his tent at night. Oh wow, this is gonna be interesting. Definitely some scrambly stuff. I think I read about this. I thought this was at Wind Gap, and maybe there's another stretch like this. I actually like this kind of stuff, so it's not that bad. Because it's really low risk if you're careful. But I might put my poles up because it's not very easy with poles in your hand. Well, made it up this much, but it does not lessen it. Just ignore the graffiti, but it's really pretty despite being scrambly. Still making my way through the rocks, but I'm up on the ridge now, so a lot faster than that crazy scrambling. I realized when I was crossing that bridge down below, after the fact, that mountain I looked up and said Pennsylvania was showing off with all those rocks. That's what I was about to climb. But yeah, these big slabby things, they're kind of fun. But I'm definitely mindful of snakes. Because this looks like snake heaven. And it's getting warm. Untouchable just texted me and asked if I'd made it to the road crossing where that bridge was. Because he's hitching into Duncan. I knew he was going to do something. I just can't leave that late. I like getting started and getting my miles done not as fast as I can, but faster than he cares to. But I'm glad he's going. Stopping for just a minute to rehydrate, cold soak essentially, my Fresh Off the Grid. It's a great website. Pasta veggie salad, I guess is what it's called, but it's got cucumber in there and pasta and I think some sun-dried tomatoes, some spices, so chickpeas. So it'll take a couple hours to rehydrate, but it's only 10:30, so it'll be about perfect when I'm ready to stop for lunch. Even though I'm in a pretty easy stretch, there's still these little gremlin gray demons that poke up and trip me up. I end up with any skin left on my toes. I'll be surprised. I've stuffed them so much. And I could slow down. It's partially my own fault. But it just prolongs the agony. I love this water cache. Somebody was really clever. I like that one. We've got some Emerson quotes and then some little riddles. Finally stopping for lunch, and I went a lot further than I thought I would go. I just didn't want to stop until I could sit on something besides the ground, because this is Tig City. I'll probably still have them, but I do have piquardin on. But I'll show you my pasta salad because it's all done now. Let's see. So that's what it looks like, all finished. Hopefully you can see that. And it's gonna be good. I can already tell, I can smell it. But I am 95% sure I'm gonna get a hotel room tonight, the Gateway Motel. We'll see how it tastes. Pretty good. I should have added more water. It needs a little more rehydration. But actually it's really good. Anyway, I'm gonna go to a hotel. There's flies all around. Because I think we can make good miles tomorrow and get into Delaware Water Gap by about noon, get on the road hopefully by 1. I could be home by midnight, so that sounds way better than stopping halfway, getting a hotel. I'd rather spend the money on the hotel tonight and just caffeinate tomorrow and get home. Forgot to mention earlier, I met a couple of thru-hikers who left on January 1st. I gotta stop and talk. Tie-Dye Goat and Ash. They were with a bunch of people to begin with. This guy named Prepper and I can't remember, a bunch of people, like 6 of them. I think most of them got off trail eventually, but Tie-Dye Goat and Ash are still out here. And Ash's name is because he's spreading someone's ashes along the trail as he travels north. So That was really special to hear. And Tie-Dye Goat is also a 900 miler like I am in the Smokies. She lives in Roswell, Georgia, and came up for over a course of 2 years to chip away at it. And she had an interesting observation. She said when people say, because she's hiked the AT before, she hiked it with her 16-year-old daughter in 2023. And she said when people ask her about the AT in comparison to the Smokies 900, that she thinks that the 900 is significantly harder than the AT. I've been thinking about that all day, and I'm not sure I'm ready to commit to my own opinion yet, but I have thoughts, so I'll share them with you someday. So I feel like I've died and gone to heaven, like for real. I am at the Gateway Motel, and they upgraded me to a suite because it's all they had. It is the most adorable Bulgarian woman who runs this place, and she has a sweet daughter named Jenna, who is in kindergarten, and Jenna means heaven, is what she told me. And Jenna had, when I first walked up, she talked to me, and she had like one of those little geodes, you know, that you can get in like, you know, museum gift stores. You crack them open, you see the crystals or whatever inside. And she said, but if you lift it up, there's a surprise for you. And I said, oh, let me lift it then. And underneath were all these rocks, y'all. I can't even show them to you. I've got a whole handful. I said, oh, that's so cool. And she said, no, they're for you to take. And I said, oh, wonderful. Of course I took them, but no, they're not going in my pack. But anyway, back to the hotel. It's wonderful. It has this bathroom. It's got a little kitchenette. And she also has a great resupply. If you're a thru-hiker or a burgeoning thru-hiker, totally stay here. It's she charged me $90. So this is probably more expensive typically, but since I'm the only one staying here. But I did get, because she's about to leave and go home, 2 ice creams for me and 2 ice creams for Untouchable. I got him a soda too because I knew that he would want one just as bad as I did. She even sold poppy sodas, so big win for that because I like those better. And then here's my wonderful bed. Oh my God, so excited about this tonight. Yeah, this will be, oh, and then she gave me breakfast too. So I'm telling you, if you were a thru-hiker or one day thru-hike, please stay at the Gateway Motel. She said she's going to have a better breakfast eventually, but her little resupply area was amazing. It had more resupply stuff than most places I've seen on trail, and you can tell she's very thoughtful about it, and all of it was super cheap. Like, she's underpricing. Those ice creams were $1 each, or Oli Pop, that's what I got, but those were $2, so I mean, that was fair. But amazing place. So glad to be off my feet. That was a really hard day. I will not be upset to see PA in my rearview mirror soon.